I think the City of Plymouth is built on its communities, and without our volunteer network, I think that the city wouldn't be as community-based as it is.
There's not one community, there's multi-layered, different communities, different groups, amazing people doing wonderful stuff, and just being a part of that and having a job where I've got a remit to go visit everyone, to learn about all these amazing work that's going on, it's a real special privilege actually.
I think it's just like, that connection, and knowing that somebody else can identify to where you're at or what you're going through, you're not on your own with it,
Plymouth is a small city with some very strong and passionate communities that I'm proud to be part of.
We have something special as individuals, and actually when we come together, that thing that is special just blossoms.
Nine years ago, my partner decided that it might be a good idea to open a bar. And I wasn't too enthusiastic because I thought, and I said to him at the time, that's going to be a lot of work. My name is Louise Parker. I'm the landlady of the Bread and Roses, and I'm also a jazz singer. We basically got together with a few friends, and our concept really was that we just wanted somewhere to go that we would like to go. We wanted it to just be about music, drinking and talking and fun basically. So we decided to make it a social enterprise, and when we opened it was just an immediate success. First night it was full, everybody loved it. We had a band on. I think I played the first night actually, yeah, I think I did. We just kept on involving the community, and we came up with all sorts of different ideas, like a knitting club, and then we had spoken word and comedy, and so any group really that wants to get involved, we've got them involved, and it just literally from the very beginning it took off. And we didn't have a lot of money. We basically, when we opened, we had zero in the bank account. Most people don't open a business like that.
So every week we have live music on a Monday and a Saturday. So we'll have like solos and duos and stuff like that on a Monday, and then big bands at the weekends on Saturdays. We have an open mic once a month, a comedy club, chess club, a jazz jam. We have DJs twice a month on a Friday, and we're generally open to other events if anybody's got any ideas.
My name is Benjamin Chandler, and I'm an artist in Plymouth.
Hi, I'm Nina, and this is my brand Minsky.
Today I'm selling prints and just having chats with nice people and getting to know more artists in the community.
So I've been coming to the Bread and Roses ever since I could drink. I love it here. Recently I've started selling my products here as well, so it's been a really good outlet for me. I did the first market last month, and then I've come to this one, and I hope to do more in the future.
My name's Kevin Jenkins. I've lived in Plymouth for about 7 years, been down in the southwest about 15 years. I'm a designer and just enjoying being here and having the opportunity to show some of the things that I've made, some of my experiments and the outcomes.
So I'm Jo Westwood. I've been living in Plymouth for 7 years. I'm 57 years old and loving life and loving Plymouth. So I started ceramics just last July. I'm just really excited about the stuff I'm making. My daughter's had a stall here last month, and she just said, "Do you want the stall here today?" And it was like, oh my goodness, yes, 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 yes.
It's lovely when you see somebody's work and you go, actually, I really understand what that's about. And I think that's a really human thing. It's a really good thing to have. Art's really important.
Pub life went from this country, I don't know what I'd do. It's just a brilliant place to connect, and I just think that's so important for us all.
I'm Luke Pollard. I'm the Labour and Cooperative Member of Parliament for Plymouth, Sutton and Devonport. I think for me, community means somewhere where you feel at home, where you've got a connection with people. I think people often are looking for a sense of a community that is, perfect. And actually, I don't think our communities need to be perfect. They need to be honest, they need to be authentic, they need to be human. And that means having a wide range of people doing a wide range of stuff. If you don't have a mix of people in a community, if you don't have a sense of vibrancy about a community, you get a spreadsheet, and I don't think anyone really wants to live in one of those.
Our remit was just to try and involve the whole community, and of course over the years, since I think I was probably the first black person to live on Beaumont Road, but since then this area has become much more diverse, and again I think foreigners feel comfortable in here, because we don't have a lot of aggro and we're very accepting of everybody, and so that's also been another factor.
My name is Hannah. So I'm co-director of Nudge Community Builders and one of the founders. So I joined my local voluntary group, Stonehouse Action, just to get to know people really in my local area. We started a street party, the Union Street Party, because we noticed that there wasn't a lot of opportunity for the community to come together in a kind of fun way and in a way that just sort of celebrated the street and the local area. So we started that, and then as we did that, every year people came out on the street and they were saying, why is no one doing anything about these empty buildings? And so we started to question that. And then we took on Union Corner, and that really kind of changed that area. But what we realised was the main benefit of that went to the landowner. And so that's what started us on the journey to set up Nudge, so that we could own buildings, we could take on more financial risk for and behalf of communities and other organisations. And then, it went from there really.
They've taken a bit of our city that hasn't always been loved enough, and they're doing something amazing by not gentrifying it, but they've taken a model that says this community is special, but fundamentally what we're not trying to do is replace you. We're not trying to drive people out and bring new people in. And by empowering people, which is a bit of a cliched phrase, they've actually found a way of being able to create something really special.
With the Clipper, when we were a really young organisation, we'd only just stepped up to buy it, and then we did the community share offer. And although that was really hard, the fact that hundreds of people trusted us enough to invest their money and believed in it and wanted it to happen in their local community was really moving.
I'm one of their little shareholders, and I think the way that they've taken it and made it a democratic investment by saying, actually, we want all of the community to have a little stake, no matter how small, in what we're doing. That's an incredibly powerful way of doing regeneration. It's a very incredibly powerful way of bringing people in rather than excluding folks. And I think they're doing a really good job.
So there's 19 organisations or entrepreneurs in here at the moment, and we're fully let. But the whole idea was that people come here to grow, collaborate, and be in a relatively safe environment, like a supportive environment, to be able to make their idea happen.
My name is Lilian Wimana, and I'm currently managing Jabulani Food Court. The Diversity Business Incubator stands for an incubation that helps people from the BME community, Black and Asian minority, to start their own business. And we had women who were coming and telling us that they have this passion of cooking, and they used to use that passion to cook for their own communities or their own families gathering, and they didn't know how to make that to be a viable business. We thought maybe something can be born from this, which is creating a space where these women who don't have any background in business come and cook from their heart and then share that with the community where they live. I'm very passionate about women, and I'm passionate about seeing women coming out of their shelves and doing amazing stuff, because I believe it's in us. Seeing the community within Plymouth coming and enjoying what we give it, which is food, and ourselves. So seeing them coming and enjoying food that they've never tasted before, and enjoying the space that we've created. For me, I saw inclusivity happening in front of my eyes. No one came and asked us, where are you coming from? Everybody came and asked, what is this food?
Hiya, my name's Joy Davenport. I'm the manager here at Plymouth Scrap Store. So basically what we have is stuff that would have gone to landfill. It's stuff that people didn't want anymore and we're going to throw out into landfill. We can't stop things from going to landfill. Once they're made, they're made. But they can get used more times than people use them at the moment, and they can be repurposed into other things. What we have are lots of different offcuts of things, lots of materials that are end of lines, you know, or businesses have closed down and they don't need them, they're leftover stock. We do get some very odd stuff. To be honest, every day is different working here. You just do not know what is going to come through the door. And the people that come in here are always entertaining and always lovely. And we very rarely have anybody who's not happy with what we've got here. When we go to collect stuff, we don't always get an apt description of what it is that we're going to collect. So sometimes we get there and it's somebody's rubbish, you know, and other times we get there and it's a gem. In an ideal world, there wouldn't be such thing as single-use plastic, but unfortunately, there's quite a lot already there. Plastic is not all bad, but you know, it would be nice to help educate people as to what is good plastic and what is not so good plastic.
Hi, my name's Ian Poyser. I'm the Green Party Councillor for Plymouth and Shuttlewood. Organisations like, I think, Scrap Store do amazing work with reusing items that are otherwise thrown away, and we need to really encourage more of that and what they call the circular economy as well, so making use of things rather than just discarding them. So fantastic example of a local CIC that's promoting something that we need to do more of locally.
My name's Judith, and I manage a team of volunteers filling up bags for the community. I think what we enjoy most, and certainly I enjoy most, and I know from the volunteers' point of view, is seeing what happens to the scrap after it's left here. I mean, more recently we found ways of connecting more to our community, and I think that's partly because of what's been happening in the area generally. There's been a lot more collaborative work, and I see that continuing, and I know that that's certainly an area that we've been working on.
My name is Councillor Terry Beer and I'm the Lord Mayor of the City of Plymouth. Well, I think we've got to encourage more volunteer base. That's done incredibly well during the pandemic and has helped and supported so many organisations. I see that if we didn't have those volunteers, what a different place this would be.
My name's Neil Madison and I've been volunteering here for nearly 11 years. When I first came, I was on a work placement. I've been here ever since. The people were very good and it's a very good place to be. Brought me out of my shell a little bit.
So the volunteers are really important here. They are amazing people. They give up their time to come in and do some very bizarre, mundane jobs. So yeah, they're really great and we couldn't function without them.
And organisations such as Plymouth Artists Together as well, putting art into local communities as well, brightening up these places. There's a real positive well-being aspect that comes from that, improves people's mental health. Not just the artists, but the people appreciating it, walking through those areas. So yeah, really both two organisations doing great work.
My name is Mike Vosborough. I'm the founder of Plymouth Artists Together. Okay, well my story basically starts back in 2020, just before lockdown, when I decided that the city needed a bit of love and we needed to go and look around and start tying up these areas that's been neglected for a while. So I started off with work. My job in the daytime, I worked with the youth offending team. So I had my young people going out painting over the areas that was unloved, and we used to paint daisies. Now, as you can imagine, 15-year-old lads are not very keen on painting daisies, but they did it, and then we came up with the idea of giving out artwork to people. So we would give boards out, get people to paint them, then we would make frames for them and screw them onto the boards that surround Union Street. And this is some of the ones here that came about from that. And that was the random art corner. And then some guys from the graffiti world contacted me, said that we want some space to do some graffiti art, give them some space, and the rest is history.
Yeah, my name is Mark Ormrod. I'm 38 years old, born and bred Plymothian. So today we are unveiling a portrait of myself on the side of a building. I was approached a number of months ago now by my friend Kevin, who's an artist, with the concept and the idea of creating this. But I thought I'd give it a shot, and this was the result, and as you can see, it's phenomenal. So through social media, you know, every time something what I think is profound comes into my head, like some sort of quote, I'll post it out there, and I've got a collection of them, and the ones behind, that's 3 of the ones that I use a fair amount of time. And it's all about reaching out for help if you need support and letting you know that it's okay to struggle, you know, and that kind of stuff, what men don't really talk about. My wife actually works very closely with people from Plymouth Arts Together, and I've seen, since meeting Kevin, all the other work that they do around Plymouth. I've started to notice this stuff a lot more, and it's phenomenal work that they're doing. They're taking drab, tired, run-down walls, shop fronts and everything, and brightening them up and bringing some community spirit to the areas.
Well, I absolutely love to see the street art, particularly in our subways where we've got murals being painted to cheer them up. We've got messages going out about loan sharks in a subway in our city. And I think getting the message out through art is very, very creative. And I think that that's an impactful way to get a message across.
My name's Jordan. I'm a street artist currently based in North Cornwall. I go by the name of Spray Saint, and I paint a lot of graffiti and murals, like all different styles really. And I've come down to Plymouth today just to get together with some friends from Plymouth Artists Together, just for a little paint jam. Well, I've moved down to North Cornwall about 3.5, 4 years ago now, and I was looking for like spots to paint, and then I heard about Plymouth Artists Together through Facebook, so I got in contact with Mike and started painting like site hoardings like these ones, and then that led to other things around the city, painting some more permanent spaces. I'm not the sort of person that's really good at going out and making friends and stuff, so to find a group of people that I have something in common with already, it's made it really easy to like make new friends, and yeah, made loads of new friends in the last couple of years.
I was helping out one day and my mate said, come on Si, don't just stand here and watch, get involved. And I was like, no, no, no. And they gave me the confidence and I loved it. And I've not stopped since, and that was 6 months ago. But that's what this group's about taking people and passing on wisdom and being part of the family.
But if you go down Union Street, there is a piece of art on the wall, which is one of mine, actually. And so long before I started doing politics, I used to do quite a lot of art. And when Plymouth Artists Together were talking about the potential of having kind of outdoor exhibition spaces, you know, using the hoardings that we've got and making them interesting and creative, I was like, oh, I'd love to do that. But what they've done is, I think they've really brought to life the creativity in our city and put it on display. It's a way of people being able to earn an income and feel their work is valued, but it's also a way of making our public spaces feel valued a lot more as well. And what's gone on around Union Street, around Stonehouse, around Mill Bay, and now increasingly out towards Devonport as well. This is great. This is about those communities feeling that there's a value in them because someone spent time valuing them.
So today is our second exhibition, and what I try to do as a thank you for all the people that's done free art for us is give them a chance to sort of promote themselves and sell their artwork.
My name is Jessica Campbell-Plover and I'm an artist for Plymouth Artists Together. I think it's quite important to be a female in the street art world because it's quite male dominated. With Plymouth Artists Together, it's been a really good way for me to get involved in something local. I've only just moved to Plymouth, so this is kind of the perfect way to meet people, and I think the street art around Plymouth is really good for the community because it brings a lot of interest and it's like a reason to come to Plymouth. So yeah, I think it's really important.
There's nothing better than coming in and just being in this environment where they're all playing and just smiling and laughing, and yeah, I couldn't wish for a better job, really. Yes, so my name is Lucy Clark and I am the service manager for Routeways. I started working for Routeways as a support worker when I was at university. I stepped up into management when I graduated, so I've been here for about 4 years now. Routeways' kind of tagline is that we support communities at disadvantage, so over the years that's taken various forms, from supporting victims of crime to adults seeking employment, and obviously our biggest project now is supporting children with additional needs. We've created our own community in providing a place for young people who don't necessarily fit in anywhere else to come together, and a place for families as well to meet each other and realise that they're not alone.
Hi, I'm Amy and I'm a session leader at Rootways. Well, I started a year ago as a support worker for Beckley with complex needs, and I've worked my way up to run the team, run the session, so today this is my session. Well, in the year I've been here, the amount some of the kids have grown in, like their communication, their interactions is amazing, and it's just nice to make a difference for the kids.
My name's Rob and I am an activities coordinator here at Rootways. I left teaching in 2020 during the pandemic and signed up to do my Masters at Plymouth Uni. Whilst I was doing that, I was looking for some part-time work. So I joined them last February, just part-time, and as I transitioned out of my Masters, they had a full-time position going in September, so I joined them then, full-time as an activities coordinator. I think it is seeing their development happening. And the difference between Rootways and teaching, for example, is that we get so much more time with these young people during the day, and the primary objective is to make sure that they're having a good time and that they're engaged in the activities, and so it's a world away from teaching, and it's really nice to be able to sort of slow down a little bit and just have some real time with the kids.
As you can see, all of these kids now are able to communicate and interact with other people, and I think it's just amazing really that they have this space to just kind of have fun.
I think kind of the big thing is being part of supporting families to feel settled. So by the young people coming here, we're giving families a break from their responsibilities and allowing the children to be children and young people, and I think that's the most rewarding bit really.
With the children that we work with, they're all so diverse, and it's really important that they have an individual approach to them, and I think Rootways is really good at learning about the young person and working around them and any particular needs that they have, and that's been lovely.
I think Rootways is of the mindset that no challenge is too big, so wherever you are and whatever your life looks like, Rootways can be a supportive place for you.
My name is Hayley Dampney. The Tree Project is an organisation that's there to bring people together to help them find their ingredients for a happier life. So I set the Tree Project up after realising that not everybody has equal opportunities to find their happiness in life. I'm really interested in using yoga, mindfulness, explorative learning with people as we come together to find their ingredients for a happier life. So community is about people, it's about individuals coming together and becoming a group. So the Wellbeing Warriors sessions are really lively and fun. The children arrive normally full of beans just after a day of school, and we invite them to sit quietly for a moment and just notice how they're feeling and share how they're feeling.
My name is Lex. What I'm doing today is I am going to the club Wellbeing Warriors and having fun. My favourite part about Wellbeing Warriors is making friends in the process of having fun. What we've done today is we've talked about the ladder that we put our names on, 1 to 5. 1 means that we're really bad, 5 means we're good.
My name is Christopher and I am at Wellbeing Warriors today. I've been making characters up and we're gonna make a story about it. Well, my favourite thing is that everyone is equal and they're kind to each other.
Christopher and Lex have been at Wellbeing Warriors this afternoon doing lots of different activities and different things and just generally having a great time. They seem to get quite a bit from it, just being with other children and being sociable, and the leader is a really lovely lady as well, so they seem to get quite a bit from it actually.
My name's Joanne Cruz. We got a pamphlet through about Wellbeing Warriors, about yoga and mindfulness, and we figured because we've had a few issues with Dylan's behaviour that it would actually help him to get established in a club in the area. He seems to be benefiting from it, he loves coming, and it just gets him out of the house and he's made new friends as well.
The community here at Hamo's House is a community of individuals who are supporting each other on a journey of change and recovery from drug and alcohol use. Yoga is a tool that we can use, and it has 3 main ingredients: the physical body, so the postures and the practices, the mind, being aware of our mind, our thoughts and feelings, seeing if we can calm those thoughts and feelings, and the breath, which is the magic ingredient in yoga, which unites all aspects and helps to calm the body and the mind.
My name is Brian. When I've been doing the yoga, my anxiety is just gone for the first time in years. I love this place, it's helped me so much. I'm tackling my addictions, but I'm almost there. With the help and guidance from these people, I've managed to make such a major change, or changes, in my life. I'll be continuing to doing yoga. I'm going to make sure that's part of my life now, because it has helped me massively, and it's made such a change in me. And as I said, I didn't believe I could have that change. But since I've been coming here and doing the yoga, awesome.
Hi, my name's Charlie. I'm a theatre and movement practitioner who works across the city. For about 2 years now, I've been collaborating with Creative Curiosities, running workshops for the young people. So I offer a variety of practices when teaching the young people. Generally, it comes in 3 phases. There'll be a warm-up phase where we'll do things like check-in with the students, getting them into the room, getting them settled, hearing about whatever it is they might have been negotiating or just what they're excited about that week. Then we'll get into playing some games, and we tend to keep this as fun as possible. Generally, we'll do some well-being focused tasks. We might have a little stretch, we might do some partner massage together, and then usually we might do an activity for the day. That might be a drawing task, it might be an acting task, it might be a dance task. Generally, we've got to negotiate it as to how they're feeling and their desires and their wishes, and that's really important that we're meeting the needs of them. And then generally we'll focus on cool down and self-play, so we'll let them go off and do what it is they want to do. There's lots we provide. We provide them a plethora to choose from. So occasionally I like to run a wizarding workshop with the young people. A lot of them manage to access the world through a lot of fantasy-based themes, such as magic, dragons, lots of really creative, energetic and wonderful things.
My name is Joni, but my real name is Joan. I've been learning about magic and I've had quite a lot of fun. Well, I've had a very great day at Spark Seekers, and we've been doing all about wizards and magic.
And what is your favourite thing about Spark Seekers?
Well, I get to spend time with other autistic children like me. And it's really fun. There's always an activity to do. It's great.
My name is Felicity, and so I've been learning wizard spells. Ascendo and Ascendo.
And what does Ascendo do?
It makes you fly, and Ascendo makes you go and makes you land. My favourite thing about this group is it's so fun and it's just so much fun. That's my favourite thing about it. It's so fun.
So a lot of our young people tend to excel in the performative side of things, and it's mainly because so many of them are so expressive in so many different ways, and performance work can really tap into that expression. They love using their voices, they love using big bright shining faces, and generally they've always got something passionate to talk about, and through performance we can really access their voices and what it is they have to say.
What is your name?
My name is Nathan Edmere. I am a director of this musical, The Fashion Opera.
What are you most excited for about it? What makes the Phantom of the Opera so exciting?
It's music.
The music?
Yeah.
What's so good about the music?
You get all the music together.
Is it done by an orchestra?
The orchestra, movement, and the mask and makeup.
I think art is best done when you can do it with other people, when you can be inspired by other people, where you can give things a go, experiment, and I think community groups coming together to create spaces where people can talk, can experiment, can create, that's only going to improve your mental health and well-being.
I'm Peggy and I'm the co-founder of Mindful Art Club. I was working with Emma at Broadreach and we decided to set up a social enterprise offering mental health help community support groups in the community. So that's how Mindful Art Club, the idea, came about. We'll say at the end of every session, how are you feeling? And sometimes people could even get quite emotional and say, Mindful Art Club has changed my life. I came here depressed and lonely, and now I've got friends and my mental health is improving. And the most rewarding thing is when we get that verbal feedback and a smile on someone's face when they say what a difference Mindful Art Club has made to them, that they feel much better for coming. One of the big things about when we started Mindful Art Club was we wanted to tell people that you can have art for fun and to improve your mental health, so it's not about talent. So one of our early little posters said, no talent, no problem.
My name's Emma and I work at Mindful Art Club with Peggy. Before we started this business, we did loads of research into how creativity helps mental health, because there's just something very life-affirming about having a blank piece of paper and then an hour later, it's filled with colour and light and you're showing it to other people and other people are saying that looks great. What's really important in our group is the support element to it. It's the talking at the beginning. Someone said in our group today, it's just so good to get stuff off her chest and realise that she's not the only one going through problems at the moment, and she just feels sort of supported and connected to the rest of the group.
Hi, my name's Si Parham. I work for Colbrook South West. I look after a service called Heads Count, which is our network for people with lived experience and carers, giving a voice to those people that may not be able to find a voice. Well, my story, I guess, with the Mindful Art guys is we've been dealing with them work-wise, I suppose, in a professional capacity in terms of looking at what the guys are doing and seeing the impact of the work they're doing. We have a focus on kind of community-led services that help people with their mental health issues, so I was really delighted to come along today and just experience what they're doing in person, really. So looking at the faces of joy here today, that feel of community, talking and sharing about their week and how they've been feeling, it's a really great atmosphere to come along to and quite inspiring, actually.
Hi, my name's Lee and I'm volunteer for Mindfulness and Art Club. I was living in Bristol and I went into a life crisis, and I sought refuge in alcohol and substance abuse and ended up in a rehab. And that's where I met Emma and Peggy. They both worked there. The rehab went bust. They both lost their jobs and I was made homeless because I was staying in the place. And we met up and they had a conversation that they had this vision to start this club up. And initially I kind of came as a client, because I was trying to redefine myself, and it just helped me reconnect with people, and they helped and supported me in different ways to kind of live again and give again, really. I can capture things, I can resolve things, I can express things, sometimes my demons, in a very safe, creative way. And if at the end of that, the object, the painting, whatever it is, people want to buy it or enjoy it or appreciate it, I feel like I'm giving to the world instead of taking, you know what I mean?
Community, to me, really means about people having ownership or involvement in their community.
It's just incredible the impact you can have on somebody's life just by being kind.
It's about people coming together and having a shared purpose.
It's the thing that glues society together.
For me, within this community in Stonehouse, it became like my family. I have a second family here.
People need people. It's a sense of friendship, it's a sense of love. Yeah.
Community means, to me, everybody coming together
from all different walks of life and saying that, you know, at the end of the day, we're all brothers and sisters.